Hi, this is Daniel Alpine, animation historian, and welcome to a new episode of Animation Memory Lane. It's hard to believe that it's been 10 years since Disney's 55th animated feature, Zootopia, was released. And when it already looked like things couldn't get any bigger for Disney animation, Zootopia was able to become a new high point for the Disney revival era. It can also be hard to fathom that for a film that had a very simple concept of talking animals, the production was filled with hard work and at one point second guessing. Before we continue on, please remember if you enjoyed this video, drop a comment, leave a thumbs up, and to subscribe to the channel. Now that we're done with the context, let's take a look. The story starts sometime after the release of Tangled in 2010 when co-director Byron Howard pitched 6 different ideas to Chief Creative Officer John Lasseter, all centered on anthropomorphic animals. For those who don't know, an anthropomorphic animal is a fancy term for a cartoon animal that talks, wears clothes, and walks on 2 legs instead of 4. A classic example of this, and that was also a major influence on this new idea, was Disney's 1973 animated film Robin Hood. John Lasseter fully approved of Byron's concept, but still stressed that this had to be different. The first order of business was to do research before the script could be written. After a trip to Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, the team took a trip to Africa to be in the real animal world. While there, it was decided to focus the story on the complicated relationship between prey and predators. For the city that the film would take place in, the artist looked at different modern cities, with a major influence being New York and the different sections of the city. When it came to the story, the team hit a sort of stumbling block. In the early version of the film, Nick Wilde was the central character, and there was these tame collars that the city forced predator animals to wear, and there was also Nick trying to open his own theme park. Unfortunately, this version of the film didn't work because it was hard to root for the city of Zootopia because it was coming across as a very oppressive place, and having a cynical main character didn't help either. In November of 2014, close to a year before the movie's scheduled release, it was decided to rework the story and to change the character of Judy Hopps, who was initially a supporting character, into the main character instead. It was then that everything clicked because Judy was a character that the audience could root for because she was an outsider and she had big dreams and she had a lot stacked up against her. The animation for Zootopia took it to a new level when it came to the fur. Anyone who's worked in computer animation will tell you that animating realistic fur is a huge challenge. For this movie, a new software was invented to create the different fur for the animals instead of using the usual hair proxy as previous films did. As for the music, this will be the first Disney animated feature film that composer Michael Giacchino would work on. Previously, Michael composed a lot of Pixar films, including The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and Up, which won him an Academy Award, and he also composed the 2007 Goofy short and the 2 Prep and Landing television specials. After all that work, Zootopia would be released on March 4th, 2016 to critical and box office success. It would become the second Disney animated film to earn $1 billion after Frozen, and is currently the second highest rated Disney movie after Pinocchio on Rotten Tomatoes, which is quite an accomplishment. Zootopia would also win the Golden Globe and Oscar for Best Animated Feature, which probably wasn't a surprise to anyone. And of course, as we all know, 9 years later, a sequel, Zootopia 2, would be released to critical and commercial success at a time when Disney animation really needed it. Not bad for a film that started with a simple and classic concept, faced second guessing, and would become a winner. To learn the full story about the making of Zootopia, Please check out my article on my blog, Daniel Alpine's Animation Wonderland. Link is in the description. This is animation historian Daniel Alpine, and I'll see you next time.